Yeah, all three of you have
Yeah, you
serial
think?
killer eyes.
I don't.
Are your eyes not blue?
They're green. They're only blue when I'm extremely happy, which is like twice a year.
Disclaimer.
Everything in this podcast is our personal opinion and for entertainment only. We are not experts and everything is alleged. Don't take us too seriously. Do your own research and enjoy the chaos.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the absolute mess that is the Feral Creatures of Chaos podcast, broadcasting live from the depths of the feral sphere, where sanity goes to die and weirdness thrives. Lurking in the sphere with me tonight,
Hi, I'm Betty.
Narci.
Hey, it's Madge.
I'm Helen. Buckle up, hydrate, and hang on. Let's get feral.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey,
Some
hey.
day of the week. Who knows what day of the week?
We don't know if we're feral.
Yeah.
I would say it feels like a Monday.
How's everybody doing?
Monday vibes.
Monday vibes. Any
Yeah.
feral moments this week?
Helen's feral as fuck in this new era.
She?
Yeah, she had a birthday and she was like, I'm gonna be feral this year.
Oh, good.
Does it
Happy
start
birthday.
now?
I feel like she's always been feral, but it's just coming out. Unleash the feral.
Yes,
She's like a quiet feral.
I had to hold back the feral
Yeah.
on Friday.
She's a calculated
Mm.
feral, which I feel like feralness doesn't have calculations or premeditated thoughts.
Yeah.
I wish you'd unleashed your feral.
Yeah.
I really, really wanted to, but I had to be the bigger person. It's really hard. I did discover that I think if I ever were to murder someone, it would absolutely be with the hands.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Don't need a gun, don't need just
You want to feel it.
I wanna
Yeah.
rip.
You want to rip or you want to strangle?
Oh,
Or
I wanna
break necks?
rip it out. Just
What
go
are
for the
you
Rip out their
throat.
what are you
heart?
ripping out exactly?
Yeah.
Esophagus, eyeballs, whatever I can get my hands on.
I was thinking
Hair.
more southern parts.
Balls, yeah, I mean that too.
Yeah.
All the
All of
things,
them.
yeah. So that's what
Yeah.
I discovered. That I don't know if that's a feral moment.
I think that's feral. Yeah. Definitely
Feral,
Okay,
feral.
well, there you
violent,
go.
sociopathic. I mean, it's something.
It is
Yeah.
something.
I feel like if you don't act on it, is it sociopathic, like or psychopathic? I think you have to act on it for it to actually be one of those things, right?
No, I think just having the
So
thought makes
good.
you a psycho. And then failing to control your impulses with said thought then makes you a criminal.
True. That's true. Because you can have sociopaths that are like in society doing fine, right?
Mm-hmm. Because they don't act on their
Absolutely.
thoughts.
I mean,
But
do I
at the
have those
inside, they're crazy.
are there
Right.
serial killer eyes back here behind these?
Yeah, all three of you have
Yeah.
Yeah, you
serial
think?
killer eyes.
I don't.
Are your eyes not blue?
They're green. They're only blue when I'm extremely happy, which is like twice a year.
It's the year.
No,
Oh.
they change colors, but it's like very rare. They're mostly
Yeah.
green.
Mine are mostly blue and then sometimes change colors depending on if I'm like sick or what I'm wearing.
They changed
They-
from blue to red.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
And
I thought they were
purple.
hazel once, like a hazel color.
They can change, like they're kind of more of a gray blue, but then they change color with like what I'm wearing or my physical what I'm feeling and stuff. Yeah.
I love your eyes. Sometimes they look like
Oh, thank
crystals,
you.
like crystal blue.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Green is one of the rarest colors according to the interwebs.
Yellow eyes are the rarest.
Hazel is the rarest, isn't it?
No, yellow. Like there's this girl.
Yellow.
Yes, I just actually
Yellow
came across a
eyes.
TikTok and the girl was like stopped by this photographer. He's like, oh my God, she has like 1% rarest eye color in the world. It's like this really vibrant, like yellow, like amber color. It looks
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Like
Yeah,
honey.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very
And I was
pretty.
like, yeah. And then he took pictures of her and she's like, I guess like a fish gutter. She just likes to gut fishes for a living.
Oh, nice.
Fishmonger.
But I mean, she specifically rips the guts out, and that's like her job. And she said she really enjoys it. And he's like, you should model. She's like, I like to rip the guts out of fish.
There you
Maybe
go,
Where
I
was
should
Helen.
she?
get that job.
I think like Norway or some shit.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that all they eat is like old fish, like dried up fish?
Ugh.
Not all they eat, but
But yeah, fish is a big deal over there.
yeah, herring, dried
Yeah.
herring.
Ugh.
They love dried fish. I watch those girls eat it all the time. The people
Why?
on TikTok, because it's, I don't know, I just find it weird how they take like the fish that's dried and smoked, and then they get a little piece of potato with like dill on it, and then a raw onion, and they just eat it all. It makes it look good,
Yeah,
you know?
I like
I-
smoked salmon, but I don't know. I'm not into like I don't know, the river fishes. They always taste kind of muddy, except
wow.
for salmon. Salmon's both, right?
What
Why are
kind
we
of, I'm
talking about
sorry, is this
fish?
fish from a river?
It's
I
funny she
can have
said
it.
River. I'm like hooked on that show, River of Fate, right
Fresh.
now.
What?
River
River
of
Fate.
Fate.
Oh, I don't know that one.
It's on Netflix, and it's like has me spiraling down like these scrolls of like, you know, trafficking and whatnot. And I like, it's just crazy. I have like anxiety from the show, but I can't stop watching it because I want these girls to escape and find justice so freaking bad. It's like, but that's kind of been my little feral thing is I can't sleep without like watching one like true story of like a victim of like a cult or something. Like it's like every night I'm like torturing myself with these stories. Yeah, that's my little feral thing going on right now.
Abusing herself.
I'm torturing myself with other people's stories.
All right, we've dumped out our own chaos. Now let's dumpster dive into the world's. Conspiracy theories are basically the zombies of bad ideas. They refuse to die, they stumble around in new disguises, and somehow people keep feeding them. Most are absolutely unhinged, but every once in a while, one hits a little too close to home. Tonight in volume 2, we're crawling back into the rabbit hole. Bring snacks, it's gonna get weird. All right, who's got a conspiracy for me?
Well, since you guys just got back from Barbados
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to San Tropez later in the year, I thought we would
Mm-hmm.
got me to thinking about airports and such,
Okay,
specifically the Denver airport. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I'm not.
Okay, well,
am.
it's you know what I'm going to talk about then.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for this.
So Denver had a little airport, and they decided that it's perfectly fine, worked, everything was fine with the airport, getting a little busy. So they decided to build a new one. They had a budget of like $1.5 million. So they decided to build this new little airport. $5.6 million later, they built this thing with a few little extra goodies in it. So when you go inside, they've got all these crazy, creepy murals, which actually they're doing a lot of construction, so they've got them like stored away currently. And they did a few changes. I don't know if it's because of all this conspiracy stuff that's going on, but they have I don't know if you've ever seen, we'll have to show pictures of these murals.
Yeah.
They're like, there's two separate, like there's almost like a before and an after. So one is called Peace and Harmony with Nature. So you've got like a environmentally friendly, all that, it's all peace and love. And then the other one, they're like this jaguar is splayed out on a table and they're like, yeah, it's really weird.
What? Like a dead jaguar?
Yeah. And then they've
Weird.
got another one called Children of the World, Dream of Peace. So you've got like a war scene and then you've got a peace scene. Yeah,
I'm looking them up
I'll
right
show you the
now. I'm
picture.
like,
I
Yeah.
want you to look
Creepy.
at the peace side of the Dream of Peace, Madge. I don't know if you'll notice it. I'm not going to mention it until later. I
for
just
the
thought it was
peace and
funny.
harmony with nature, or is there another one?
There's that one, and it's like in two sections. And these things are supposed to be, so they're put up so that you can like look at them and look at all the different things as you're waiting, to get on your
Mhm.
plane. So there's soldiers in gas masks, there's kids crying, wildfires burning. And then
Jeez.
the other one is like supposed to be the new world being reborn.
Why are there three coffins with babies in them or a creepy doll? One of them kind of looks like you,
Right?
Helen.
So the thing that's interesting about these is that some of these people that are, think that this is a whole conspiracy, think that this is a playbook for the New World Order, because there's a time capsule and it's got the inscription on it, like they buried it. And I think it was supposed to be opened in like 2039. And on there, it's got the Masons, the Freemasons insignia on it, and the group that had a big part of planning the airport was called the New World Airport Commission.
Hmm.
So
Convenient.
people are like, "Oh, New World. So what's the deal there?" So that part of the construction was overseen when they first built it. So did you see the other picture? The children of the world dream of peace.
Is it the
Mhm.
one where they're wearing all these freaking dresses?
There's like it's almost like there's like kids with flags, people with flags, almost like that thing.
Well, I just see one where there's like a bunch of like people from different countries and they're
Yeah,
like,
there's
Yeah,
a
that's it. That's
rainbow.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the guy that's kind of like,
Oh, and then they've got like a guy, looks like a military guy with a gun.
oh, I was thinking
yeah.
about Olaf Cullen, that guy that we watch on TikTok. One of them kind of looks like him.
They all
Well,
look
there's
like
one guy that's kind of in the middle.
they all look surprised and frightened. And then there's a woman with a dead baby. Holy crap,
Yeah,
what the
yeah, yeah,
hell?
yeah. Look lower, they're all in coffins.
Mhm.
What in the
So you're looking at the war side. So the rainbow one is the peace side.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the one that I'm looking at? The one that has the
Look at the
person in the
peace
middle with the
side.
star.
Okay, I see the
Yeah.
peace side.
I
Yeah.
just thought it was funny that kind of toward the middle of the table, he's kind of reaching out. His hair color just looks funny.
Which one?
Yeah.
Let me get him up.
Is this the one that has like the trees and the three jaguars or cheetahs up
No,
top with like a river?
that's the in peace and harmony with nature.
So then the other one that I was looking at, that's the one with the coffins is the one I'm supposed to be looking at?
Yeah, but I want
Well,
you to look at
there's
the peace
two
side.
there's a peace side that has the rainbow around it, and there's like a
The
bunch
one's
of
on fire with the phoenix inside of a box or
Mhm.
something.
who did this? Who is this artist?
Leo Tangwama, I believe was his
Okay.
name.
What was he on when he did it?
I know.
I don't know.
Special
Hella
orders.
things. Lots of things.
Direction from the government.
Exactly. I was
just
gonna
think
say
this
that, but I would
guy-
stop myself.
This guy is venny. He's got a funny looking
Oh,
hair
yeah.
color.
He looks
Oh.
like the character like a ventriloquist.
He looks like Olaf Cullen.
That's not the only weird art that's there.
So
There's
weird. What are you talking about?
Let's not
Everything.
forget about Lucifer. We
That's
talked
where we're
about him
going
before.
next.
Yeah.
The gargoyles.
Was that the horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
technically called Blue Mustang, but everybody calls it Blucifer. So it's this huge 32-foot statue of a horse. It's supposed to represent the American West.
Mm-hmm.
But this
Terrifying.
thing, it's got the red glowing eyes, and it's also killed someone.
What?
The artist that made it. He never even got to finish it because a part of this horse fell on him and killed him while he was building it.
It's the American dream.
That's right. So
Lucifer Dia.
his son and his friends actually went on and finished that for him. So conspiracy theorists say that they are the guardians, this little horse, and the gargoyles that they also have.
That
So
a
they've
horse,
got-
he's giant, isn't he?
Well,
He
the
is giant. He's
gargoyles are for the
32 feet too.
planes to fly better, right?
They're so that your luggage comes in safely.
Oh,
So
nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so they've got these gargoyles sitting in suitcases. It's just all this crazy stuff at this place. There's
Wild.
also there used to be a talking gargoyle there, but they took him away. He was just for funsies.
And now I gotta look
Um,
up the Denver gargoyles. Chatty gargoyle at Denver International Airport.
his name is Greg. His name is
Greg.
Greg.
Aw.
Oh, he looks
I like a
sad.
gargoyle.
Well, you'd be sad too if you were stuck at the Denver airport.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. One of them was like, man, I've been seeing some crazy shit. That's the kind of look he has on him.
Poor
It's like,
guy.
Have
yeah.
you seen the murals?
That's probably why he looks
He's
that way.
covering
He's
his
trying to get
ears.
out.
Like, he's like, I'm so tired of
Yeah.
people talking to me. Like, I just need some peace.
He's like, ah. Oh yeah, he does look like he is
Right?
over it.
He's like, I'm done. I need to get out of here. That's probably why he's like, yeah, like, please remove me. I can't do it anymore. And the other
Oh,
one, his
poor
tongue's like
baby.
falling
Probably
out.
did.
Yeah.
I'm sure they took him down because he's probably starting to tell people about the underground bunkers that are also
Mhm.
there.
Oh, okay. I feel like this is like the entrance, like the portal to hell in this Denver
I
airport.
mean, with the
that's
red
yeah.
bunny, yeah, for sure. I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell
Yeah.
is going on with the aesthetics there.
Lucifer with the blue
The
eyes and
red
all
bunny.
the crazy art.
See,
And so officially these tunnels are baggage tunnels, but they've never used them for that. So a lot of people think that they're doomsday bunkers for the elite. Other people think that, that's like where the lizard people are, getting
The
in and
trafficking
out.
tunnels.
Yeah, could be, could be. So those are some weird things.
did you
And
guys? Oh, sorry.
go ahead,
No,
Betty.
it was about the how you said the tunnels underneath. There was a lot of drivers back. Remember when they were saying, "Oh, the cargo ships stopped and it was taking forever to get all our supplies." What was that, like a couple of years ago, whatever?
Mm.
Oh
There
yeah.
was a lot of truckers saying, "This is where all your food's going," and it was going into the Denver airport. And he only could go so far, and then everything he was unloading was like mac and cheese, like all name brand stuff
That's for all
into
the
the
rich people.
bunkers.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I
Oh.
remember
that's
seeing
where
all
they
that.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to comment too when you were talking about the gargoyles. See, to me, it looks like they're either putting a mask on or taking their mask off. That's what I feel like it
Mm.
symbolizes. That's like how I interpret those. Like, I don't know. It's all very
Blue horse reminds me of who's the Facebook guy? The nerd that owns Facebook and
Oh.
Instagram.
I can only think of
What's his
Tom,
name?
and I know that's MySpace. He was my friend.
It's
Mark
one of the
Mark
Mark
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had a statue of his wife made, and
Oh.
she's blue. It's the
Interesting.
weirdest
Well, I heard they
thing
had an
ever.
avatar kink, so maybe that's what that is.
Oh, probably.
Probably. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Very
But I mean,
uncomfortable.
have you guys seen Mark lately? He had a glow up. He looks good.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
A
He got like some
boom.
flavor to him. He's not just a basic
No,
white boy.
no, he's still a
Yeah.
dork.
No, look, or maybe that was AI, but he looked good. Did you
That
look
was
It was
AI.
probably AI.
Google
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg
I'm
glow
doing
up.
it right now.
I can see he's not.
No.
The guy can't glow up. He is glowed up as much
Look
as
at him. He's
he
wearing. He
ever-
looks like
wait.
young Jeezy or young Gravy.
Are you talking about now with the little scruff, with the little?
The facial hair, the curly cues, the chains.
You're
So
giving
if you
him
look-
way too much. The chains.
That's AI.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, 'cause it
it's
has
all
them
over.
side-
If you look up Mark
has them side
Zuckerberg
by
glow
I'm
up,
side.
gonna have to see that.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah,
Mark
no.
calculated glow up of Mark. That's what it says. On
Somebody gave him a glow up. He's a
Yeah.
lizard person if there's lizard people.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. His wife
Oh.
is beautiful though. Not in a blue statue, but in general. she's
Yeah,
beautiful.
no. And the time capsule is supposed to be open in 2094, not 34. So sorry, my bad.
Will I make it by then? I don't know if I'll still be alive.
I don't
then.
know.
I hope
I
not.
won't.
Well, and then the final thing that's kind of hinky about the Denver airport, and I didn't look up others. I should go back and look up others and to compare it, is the way their runways are laid out. People
Mm.
say that if you're looking from above, drone footage, whatever, that looks like a certain symbol.
666.
No, swastika.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm like, no way. But then it's like, they overlay the lines on top. It's like, oh, okay, I see
Mhm.
where you're going with this. But, that's just,
Not to defend the
Ooh.
swastika, but I do know that it used to be like a symbol of protection
yes.
before it
Yeah.
got destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like everything else. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it does kind of.
But that's supposed to be
Oh,
laid
yeah,
out
I
that
see.
way to help with the way the wind blows and the directions so you can, the planes can take off in all these directions. But
Mhm.
some people are like, no, that's Nazi, the New World Order, they're taking over, so
I mean, but couldn't you take any of the other lines in here and do a red line and it wouldn't be the swastika though?
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We'll have to look at other
Right.
airports and see how
Yeah.
theirs are laid
Mhm.
out.
Mhm.
So maybe we should take a trip.
I'm not
I
going to
don't-
that airport.
Right? I'm like, I don't even want to
Come
go on the plane.
on!
Like imagine you're already having a rough time because you're traveling, you're in Denver for whatever reason, and then you have the anxiety of getting on the plane, and then you have to see all these crazy murals like of death and destruction and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
And the
Yeah.
big horse with the
what?
red eyes.
Yeah. No, thank
Like, I
you.
came here to
Rared
see
up.
nature, not this shit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Crazy.
Colorado, especially near Denver, I believe there is like a huge military operation that's like underground, underneath the mountains that you would never know. So that
Mhm.
would make sense why
Yeah,
Denver
that's
Airport
true.
is that way, because
Right.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Mhm.
stuff. There's like a huge, I can't remember which one, but it's like a big one where like if we were to go to war, the stuff would come from there.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
that's
that's
why they
where
were
all the
storing the mac and
VIPs would
cheese.
go. Yeah. All the
Yeah.
VIPs would go there. Yeah. Bastards.
Well, Helen, is that your entire conspiracy?
Yeah, that's it. Is it,
That's it?
you know,
Is it the portal to hell? Yes,
right.
apparently. I've been convinced.
I
Madge, what do you have for us?
Well, I mean, just based on the little hint and teaser that Betty has kind of given us, because for the listeners out there, we never share our conspiracies with one another because we want it to kind of be a surprise for everybody.
Mhm.
But it sounds like they're all kind of connecting in the conspiracy
Mhm.
way. So I want you to picture this, or have you ever pictured this? If you've ever wanted to kill someone, or kind of maybe even kill yourself, or just kind of abandon your life and start over,
Mhm.
where would be the best place to do that? Any
A
mountains.
guesses?
forest?
No. International waters.
Oh,
International
yeah,
waters,
that's true.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's
for
specifically
true.
sure.
on a cruise ship.
Oh, yeah,
Because
right.
cruise ships are like the little floating legal loopholes. There's so much
Yeah.
shit that goes wrong on cruise ships every freaking year. There's, again, maritime law being on international waters. So if I wanted to say I had a cunt of a sister who I wanted to have a hitman kill, perfect place to do it. All hanging out with family, I'm not involved. Or if I wanted to off my mother to get my inheritance, perfect place to just shove her off the balcony. No one would ever know. Or if I had a husband and I wanted to kill him for the life insurance, we're on a romantic trip on a cruise ship. No one would ever know because technically international waters is 12 miles from the shore of wherever you are. So, and once you're international waters, it depends on where the flagship of the cruise is. Most cruises come from the United States, but their flagship is actually in weird little registered countries like Panama, Liberia, or the Bahamas.
Mm.
And these flags of convenience ships are usually placed there to avoid taxes, bypass strict labor laws, and also sidestep harsh crime reporting. Because I don't know if you guys knew, but before 2010, when Obama was the president, he passed this law that's called the Cruise Vessels and Safety and Security Act. Before that, cruise ships were under no obligation whatsoever to report anything that happened on their cruise
So
ships.
crazy.
And now they have to report it to the FBI if it's deemed suspicious. So a lot of people that go missing, I guess in the last 20 years, anywhere from 200 to 400 people have gone missing from cruise ships. That's like 10 to 20 per year. And if they deem the death suspicious, then they have to involve local authorities. But say you boarded a cruise ship out of Florida and you're headed towards the Bahamas or Curacao or whatever those islands in the Caribbean are, but you're still technically not in there. And the cruise ship, say the country that its flagship with is Liberia. You'd have to wait until you ported, because then when you port, you can't contact those authorities locally. You have to contact the ship's authorities where their flagship is. So you have to contact Liberia and they'd have to come over and do an investigation. But by then the person could have left. Like, because oftentimes they'll just port, they'll just let everybody off the ship and then they go and do their own thing. A lot of times people don't even come back, you know. There's like shady cruise employees that will lend people locally their uniforms, their key cards, and then have someone that looks just like them pretend to be an employee. And then the cruise ship people won't even notice because of how massive it is. People are usually like 2,000 passengers plus like maybe 1,000 in crew. And it's so easy to I guess, forge a manifesto for them or the manifest. And I've heard from stories that I've been watching that when you go through these security checkpoints, security is very lax and they don't even bother to like look at you or make sure that it actually is you. So people sneak on. They call them port tailgaters with like other families. So they just get onto the ship and all of a sudden people are getting drunk at night and they're sleeping in people's bedrooms and then throwing people overboard. There's no cameras on balconies. You know how dark it is?
Yeah.
On deep waters, there's no light. The water is dark as hell. It's
Mm-hmm.
so easy to go missing. And then
And
they're like,
and
oh,
yeah, and the boats are so loud and big that
hmm
nobody's gonna hear you fall.
yeah. Especially at night. And imagine you are drunk and you just happen to fall
Mhm.
over this 8-foot railing
Yeah.
as a 5'2" person. Yeah, I just fell over and you
Right.
get swept under the current and go towards the propellers. There you are diced for the sharks. No
Ah,
one would ever know. And they're not even
Yeah.
going to notice until the next morning. Like there has been, let me see, how many people have gone missing that have been actually, there's actually a documentary online and it talks about the people that have gone missing. I was watching the one about I think her name was Amy. It's all
Yeah.
over TikTok too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Amy
girl
Lynn
that
Bradley.
mm-hmm.
I think
I
her
watched
brother
that.
did it.
I know,
Just I
right?
saw him and I was like, something's off
Mm,
about him.
yeah. Shady.
Yeah. So, but there was one of this girl. She actually worked for a Disney cruise line, and like they saw her fighting with somebody on the phone, and then I think the port flagship think was in the no, they were in Mexico, but it was the Bahamas. So by the time they called the Bahamian authorities, they had already docked the ship, and then the person went off, and they're like, "Oh, she must have just killed herself." So if they say it's a suicide, that's their way to like get a loophole from having to investigate it. And
Like,
the only
what kind of
person,
suicide? Who would that just seems like such a random way to kill yourself because it would you would maybe not die, right? I mean, you
Mhm.
would fall from up high, fall on the water, probably not die because it takes a lot, and then you're gonna drown in the water, like bob in the water. I don't, yeah, that seems like a very,
But that's what they say. That's what they use. And then there's all these blind spots from surveillance. And again, the corrupted employees are usually the ones like there was this family, and this is another fucked up thing with like trafficking. They'll use it for trafficking all the time. And so they have staff monitor the hallways to make sure that like there's no weird noises like crying or screaming or just like suspicious activity, right?
yeah.
But if the staff is the corrupt one, they're never going to be like, oh, yeah, for sure, there's like little kids crying. There was a family that went onto this cruise ship, and their 14-year-old son was in the sauna, and then two men went in there and did horrible things to him. They got off at the next port,
mm.
and the
Nothing
local
they could
authorities
do.
couldn't do anything because it had nothing to do with them because this happened over
Mhm.
international waters. So, like, you can totally get away with crimes as long as it's international waters, and then just balance. They can't do anything to you, which is crazy.
It's
Um,
horrible.
and they say like the sketchy ports also have like mafia links and trafficking rings and they smuggle in drugs. And again, the corrupt employees.
I have a friend on a cruise right now.
Ah,
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
I've never been on a cruise. I never wanted to. I was like,
Me neither.
me either.
I don't want to be stuck with all those people. And I always think about all the people that get like when they get like the norovirus or I mean that's how we got the COVID over here was it started on a cruise ship. People got it on a cruise ship and then they came into the Bay Area and
Hacked all
That's-
over you.
how got all over here.
Well, they
Spread all-
have things in place for that. Like I saw this girl who was talking about her horrible time. She went on a cruise. She ate something. She was convinced it was like the food. So she went and had a medical appointment, which they charged her $300 for. And the guy didn't even ask her any questions. It's like, oh yeah, you have gastritis. So apparently they had her quarantined in her room because she had gastritis.
Right.
And then she tried to order room service and they wouldn't let her order what she wanted. And then she tried to like get off the boat and like, no, you're not allowed to leave your room. Like,
Yeah.
and they have morgues in there because they know someone is going to die because they die
What?
all the time. Yeah, there's morgues down there and they don't like to talk
Well,
about.
I mean,
Apparently, it's right next to
yeah.
the food refrigeration.
Well, yeah, because they have to have the refrigeration. They can't have it on different sides of the
See?
boat.
I knew I would never
Ew.
go on a cruise, and this just
Yeah.
clarified more reasons why.
Yeah, imagine like they put all the bread and stuff that fills you up faster and they put like the good, like the meats and the seafood at the very end. So like by the time you get there, your plate's already full. And so whatever doesn't move, they just repurpose it the next day into like soups or whatever. And so like, yeah. There's so many sketchy things that happen. I wanted to go on a cruise because I thought it'd be fun. It's a good way to like island hop and stuff. But now I'm thinking
Yeah.
if I ever do, it's going to be for nefarious reasons. It's the best place to do it.
I'll back you up.
You.
Helen, let's get
I'm
Cody
there.
on a cruise, baby.
She's like, baby, we got tickets for a cruise next year. Let's
But
go.
I mean, that's a good place to disappear. A lot of
It
people will
is.
board the ships to buy tickets, and then they get off on the port and they just never get back up, and then all of a sudden they're missing, and then they're never, unless it's a U.S. person for the United States. Other countries don't have the obligation to disclose that, so
Right.
they don't have to report that you're missing. You just perfect way to start a new life.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
crazy.
crazy. That's a lot. People,
So many murdered, revenge, trafficking, kidnapping.
right? There's a
Yeah.
all
lot
of it.
going on in that. That's like one criminal ring right there in the middle of the water. Those creatures down below. And I used to be afraid of the creatures. The creatures
No,
I should be afraid of is the humans. 'Cause
Yeah, it's the
they're the
people.
worst.
Especially the
Yeah.
ones with the upside down pineapples on their door.
Oh. When I ever found out what that meant, I'm just like, oh,
I
look
was
at
so
many people
mad.
different. I know.
I was so mad. I was like, listen, you can't take my pineapple and do that. It means welcome, but not in that way.
Yeah, I just found out last night what SYBAU means. It's the new people slang. Has anyone ever
Oh.
texted you SYBAU?
I don't think
No.
so.
Apparently stands for shut your bitch ass up.
Oh shit.
Who texted
Wow.
you that?
Let me make a note
Nobody,
of
I
that.
just came across it
Oh.
on TikTok and it was like, this is
Oh.
what the old people need to know. And I was like, great, I guess that's
All
me.
right.
Yeah. We need a dictionary.
So if I
I'm
ever
writing
text
that
you
down.
Saibao, that's what it means. Shut your bitch
Saibao.
ass up.
Yeah.
Saibao.
I mean, I've had people tell me that, but
I guess it's their equivalent of Nunya. Like no one knows what Nunya is anymore, but it's like
oh
Nunya
yeah,
business,
that's
you know?
true. Yeah.
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 Oh, good times.
That is an oldie right
You see me
there.
on a cruise, Nunya, or
Nanya.
Esbao, Saibao.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All
That's
right.
scary. That's scary. All right.
Buddy, what do you got for us?
Well, I like to say it's going to get a little better, but I'm delivering a story that reads like a horror film script. It's where crime, family tragedy, and conspiracy collide, and nothing feels real. I want to talk about the case of Emmanuel Haro from California. A little backstory. I was going to talk about the missing kids and kind of like where are they, like the kids in Virginia and stuff. And I went on all those websites and was like looking at all that. And then I came across this story and I'm like, wow, it's just weird. It's just very weird because even the story, I'm going to talk about it in a minute, but like even like the story that is online in all the news stations, it doesn't add up because how do they not know if this baby was real or not? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So let's get into it and then you guys tell me. So it all happened on August 14th, 2025. Okay. So we're just talking a couple of weeks ago at 7:47 p.m. outside the Big Five Sporting Goods store on Yucaipa Boulevard, Rebecca Haro said she was changing Emmanuel's diaper when a stranger approached behind her, said "Hola," and then apparently knocked her out upside the back of her head. And when she came to, she's trying to say that her baby disappeared. So that's when this mystery begins, and they call the police. The police come. She tells the story, but apparently there's a lot of like, what do you call it? Her story's just not adding up, right? Investigators soon found holes in her story. Surveillance footage, witness accounts, and forensic details just didn't align with what she was saying. And when they questioned her further, Rebecca refused to cooperate, ending all interviews and rejecting a polygraph test. So, like, I know if my newborn baby goes missing, well, not newborn, he was a couple months old, goes missing, I'm shouting to the rooftops, like, give me my baby back. Like, I'll do anything to get that baby back. But she's refusing all this help. Kind of suspicious, if you ask me. So then the authorities, they execute a search warrant at the Haro residence in Cabazon. So they sent canine units, helicopters, forensic digs were deployed. And the reports mentioned that they didn't really find anything, but in like a shed behind the house, they found some blood-stained floorboards. Oh, it was in the home. I'm sorry, not in the shed. They found one blood-stained floorboard inside the home, though they haven't confirmed that publicly. This is just like what a neighbor was saying, but still they didn't find no remains, no sign of a baby, right? So right now they are, just so you know, they are in jail without bail because they're still trying to find this baby. So this Haro residence also had a 2-year-old child that lived there as well, and that child has been removed by protective services during this investigation. It's not Emmanuel, but it's a younger sibling. And Jake Haro, who's the father of this child, he has a very like grim, dark history. So in 2023, he pled guilty to willful child cruelty for injuries inflicted on a 10-week-old daughter back in 2018. So he beat his child so bad in 2018 that she was left permanently blind, wheelchair bound, with only 3% brain activity. She can't walk, she can't talk. He broke bones. Like it was horrific. And he pled guilty. Like he knew he did it. He pled guilty. And why he's not in jail right now makes me sick. It's because this could have been prevented, right? She was later adopted by a relative, and she's doing the best she can. So now you add that. So the father did this to his last child. Now Rebecca, who's the mother, her brother in 2017, James Buhassan, was convicted of murdering his girlfriend, Jalen Keith, and attempting to cover it up. Right now, he's serving at least 50 years. So there's like a lot of murder, brutality in this family's history. It's like really sad. Now, the father was arrested in 2018 for his crimes of abuse against Promise. That's the little girl's name. And he only was sentenced to 188 days in jail and given 48 months of probation, like a slap on the freaking wrist for almost killing his daughter.
Holy crap.
So apparently, a prison sentence of 72 months was suspended according to court records. But he has a court date coming up next month for an alleged probation violation because of what's going on with this baby. So like when they reach out to family to see like their reaction, initially some family members and local supporters offered sympathy and support by creating this Uvalde Foundation for Kids, which had offered a $5,000 reward and search aid. Then they withdrew its supporting, citing the inconsistencies. So the Yucapa community demands divided holding vigils, demanding answers, but feeling increasingly unsure what, if anything, they don't know. But here's the thing. When I was reading the story, some people are saying they never saw this baby. They never saw them with a baby, never heard a baby crying, nothing. But then when you ask, I think it was her sister or something, she said she hasn't seen the baby in like a month or 5 weeks or something. So like, is there a baby? Is there no baby? They have pictures of this baby though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's pictures, so
But not very many, right? There's like,
No,
and
there's like three, and it's all like,
like the side of his face, and like he
yeah.
all of it the same age, like
mhm.
looks like
Mhm.
too. I don't
And it
know.
doesn't look like the parents.
No.
Oh, people were speculating, I think, about the his brother being the dad, possibly, if there is a baby.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little light skinned.
Well,
That-
sometimes they come out light skinned.
yeah.
I mean, she's light, but I mean, compared to like the
Yeah.
father, it should have been like an in between kind of thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it's sad. And to see like where the mother and father's family is, like, in jail for killing this one or beating the crap, like, who's to say they didn't use this child for sacrifice or trafficking, or maybe they even stole this child and pretended like it was theirs and then was just like, you know, done with it, unfortunately, and did something to it. And it's just like, makes me fucking sick. Like, I hate fucking people like that. Anyone who hurts children deserves to fucking suffer in unimaginable ways.
Mhm.
And it's just crazy because, like, I just don't get it. Like, how do you not know if this child was real or not? Like, and that's like the conspiracy part of it, is like, they don't know. They don't even know if this child existed. There was no birth certificate, no like footprint, like when you get child, there's no
Yeah.
footprints. There's like no documentation anywhere of this child, just these three pictures and a mother's claim saying that she, was changing his diaper and got struck.
Because when, I had my son, this was years ago, they're like, I couldn't decide on a name. I'm like, "Well, you can't leave the hospital without a name, so how could they leave a hospital without a birth certificate, or did they have it at home, or"
Well,
it's
they
just
do
crazy.
do that now, because I had a friend who couldn't decide within the three, because the longest they keep you nowadays is like 3 days. And if you don't have
Yeah.
a name, you got to like kind of like file it with the clerk's office, the town office, or whatever, the city hall. So they do that now, but that's just
There's still a record of the birth at the hospital,
right.
although that could be HIPAA violation. Like you can't just go to the hospital. The cops could go to the hospital and find out, but like a reporter can't call and say, was this baby born here? I don't think. I think that would be a HIPAA violation.
Probably.
But they also said that like they went into the house and people are saying there were no pictures of the baby, no clothes, no
No,
toys.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like no signs. And there was a
And
2
then,
year old that lived there
yeah,
too.
like wouldn't the 2-year-old be able to, I mean, a 2-year-old would say something unless they were, also abused. And then the mom a had a had a black eye, right?
it looks
Mhm.
Yeah.
perfectly positioned.
Yeah. So how did she get the black eye? And people are saying it's like an older black eye too.
To me, this is giving they wanted something for public sympathy to then have like a GoFundMe.
That's what I was
Mm.
wondering too.
Yeah.
Kind of like share something Papini. You guys hear about
Oh, I
her?
think it
So
was Sherry. Yeah,
Sherry Papini. She was up in uh similar, more north, I think. I don't remember exactly, but she staged her kidnapping, and they basically you can get money as a victim later on, and she got all this, like she staged her kidnapping with an ex-boyfriend, went and stayed with him for a couple of months, and then showed up on the highway on Thanksgiving Day. And she said it was two Mexican women had kidnapped her and held her captive. And she had like all these bruises. And when she was let go, she had chains, and she had her hair cut. And they figured out that it was her. She had staged her kidnapping and then went and stayed with this boyfriend. But meanwhile, like they couldn't get a confession out of her for like a year. Meanwhile, she got all this money because there's victims money. You can get money for being a victim of a crime, right? So she got sued and then put in jail and all that stuff. But then there's also the other story of, it's all weird because it's all in California, of a couple who the wife got kidnapped in the middle of the night, like they were there, and then the cop said that she wasn't kidnapped, like the sheriff or whoever, deputy guy, and then it turned out she actually was kidnapped. So there's like hesitation, I think, for them to say, oh, that nobody was kidnapped. They have to like really prove it. And that's why with like the Sherry Papini thing, it took so long for them to say that she wasn't kidnapped, because they had to say definitely she was not kidnapped.
It's crazy. There's like so many children go missing every day. Like the statistics make me want to cry. There's like 460,000 that are reported in the United States a day. But how about all the ones that go unreported because they're too young to advocate for themselves? And I'm just wondering, like, did they take this child from somebody else and then do something with him? Like, did he ever exist, or did they just make up AI photos of the child or steal somebody else's? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many possibilities. And it's crazy because California, New York, and New Jersey are the three, how do you put that? The three biggest states that are in like trafficking for children and stuff like that. And a lot of cult survivors and stuff will talk about surviving that and how their parents would make them watch sacrifices of other children being like burned alive and stuff. Like, I've been like diving deep into this shit, and it just makes me like sick. Like, did they do something like that, or like, because they did find blood, so I'm like, something got hurt, but I don't know. It's just very weird. It's scary.
My other theory is that he's abusive to her, to the mom, and to the kids, and he beat the kid and the kid died, and then she's covering because she didn't go to the cops.
Good. He almost killed his 10-week-old daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, and it showed a picture of her now in the news clippings, and I felt so bad. And she's wheelchair bound and blind permanently and can never walk or talk again. Like, that's horrible. Like, he basically took her life but didn't take her life,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's a good theory because he is abusive, and she's probably scared. I mean, she comes from a family that did that kind of thing too. So
yeah,
I mean, her own brother killed her sister-in-law, so that's insane too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my conspiracy today. I just, is he real? Is he real? Like, I need to know.
No. That was dark.
Yeah, sorry. You know me.
I know. Oh boy. Well, we've tried to connect some dots, or at least made a red string masterpiece straight out of a true crime basement, like literally. Let's see if the Oracle thinks we've uncovered something real or just decorated our corkboard with chaos. Madge, you got a card for us?
I'm going to use a darker deck since Betty got me all depressed.
I'm sorry.
So the deck that we got, I think, is going to be perfect for what we need. And it's a card from the Oracle of Rewilding by Sherry Solomon and Alexandra Eldridge. And we got the card Protection.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
We need it.
Yeah.
Protection. Safely held, I arise. A dancing woman, half submerged, rises from the waters. Touched by skylight, her arms reach up towards coral and a starfish, sprouting like a nimbus from her head. 5 luminous fish swim around her legs in a circle. And the key words are safety, abundance, movement, poise, purity, and happiness. I'm going to skip the part where it goes into the symbology of the card. When this card appears, we are wise to take a daily baptism in the deep waters of emotion and intuition. Only then can we arise from those depths into a creative imagination and a meaningful action. Nourished with food for thought and enlightened by the immersion, Doing this daily dance requires first paying close attention to the flow of what usually remains invisible or just below the surface of your awareness, but right under your feet. Allow yourself to sink down into the water, into your feelings, your emotions, your dreams, or into images that just show up and you notice only momentarily. Do this with joy, without thought or judgment. You are both the water and the dancer, held buoyant and safe within your own psyche. When the flow slows or stops, allow yourself to rise up into a state of awareness where the clarity of sun and air will encourage an awareness of pattern. The patterns in your own life, the patterns that choreograph the flow of life. The circular dance between submersion and arising will allow the frutti di mare to flower forth into your graceful participation in the stream of life.
It's beautiful.
That was interesting. Very watery grave kind of thing.
I know.
See,
But-
it comforted me. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
it did. It
yeah.
made me feel like
We need an exorcism after this, and
A
what else?
baptism.
A baptism and
A cleansing.
a cleansing, float in some water, and
I definitely need a cleansing. I feel it. I need to stop for a little while watching all this.
yeah.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, and it just makes you feel kind of more depressed, the more you look into it, because it's just so prevalent and has always been and will always be,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes there's never knowing too, and
Mhm.
that's the part is that I was thinking about that the other day, how there's so many terrible, terrible people in humanity, like just in general, like that they just do depraved, crazy stuff. And then there's like the really, really, really good people too, do amazing things, are, caring for people, whatever it is. But then you have all the in between too. But yeah, it's the balance and yeah, it's always been this way, like you were saying, Madge, like it's been this way and it always will be. We have
I
to
don't want
kind of,
it to be. I want
I know.
justice.
Yeah.
That's my problem. What do I
Yeah,
do? I
for
need to know
sure.
what I can do to like help
I
in
know.
some way. Like it kills me.
I always say to work in your community, like that's the place we can help, because there's stuff happening, you know, in our community too, close
True.
by, friends help just by being out there, putting awareness out there.
True.
Yeah. It's hard though. It's
Mhm.
hard when you have the justice bone. Yeah. All right. We've unpacked the paranoia, run after shadows, and added a couple of our own to the collection. Before we all start side-eyeing every black SUV on the block, let's move into closing. Any final reflections? If you had to pick one conspiracy you secretly wished were true, which would it be and why?
Oh my God, I can't just pick one. I want them all to be true.
Do you? You want the Denver airport to be the portal to hell?
I mean, that would make sense. That would give me an answer.
At least we know where it's at.
Yeah.
We could stay
Right?
away from it.
Yeah.
hmm I mean, there was a
Uh,
conspiracy theory about aliens being real, and look at that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No longer a theory. Fact.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know what kind or what they look like or any of that.
Well,
Not
I guess
yet.
that would be one I want to be true about the people that saw the
Miami knows.
Yeah, exactly. The Miami Mall that saw the 15-foot beings when all of a sudden everyone's phone was wiped
Mhm.
from any pictures or evidence they had about what actually happened. And I'm sure as fuck that it wasn't any goddamn teenagers that called 30, 50 freaking cop cars to show up to the mall, you know?
Nope.
I
But
didn't
that's
hear
what I
about
want
that
to be true.
one. Okay.
hmm It was
I
the
like
aliens.
that.
And the mothership is off the coast of Miami.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I hope they're good aliens, like not the, not the ones that just want to wipe us.
They got to be better than us.
AI is
That
is
was the
going to
way-
wipe us, not the aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so over AI.
Uh,
Uh,
Well, they say the truth is out there, but where do you think they're hiding it? Maybe it's in that airport on a boat.
Maybe.
What's the wildest conspiracy you've ever believed in, even for a second?
Here's to the mysteries that keep us up at night. And remember, truth is stranger than fiction and way harder to fact check. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and stay ready to grab the tinfoil.
That was a fun little episode, although we might need an exorcism after that one. Thanks for tuning in to another chaotic dose of madness. New episodes drop every Wednesday. When Mercury's doing its thing, the moon's in our corner, and the stars finally align, you know it's time to hit play. Make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you in the Feral Sphere.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.